And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the vote.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Comes in your grandmother ear.
I get your words straight, Jack.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day.
Should we have done that sooner?
We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history. To the worst candidate. I lost to the worst candidate. I lost to the worst candidate. I lost to the worst candidate.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot and it get hot. I got hairy legs. I got hairy legs that turn.
Running against the worst candidate, I'm going to say I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on. You have the record player on at night. You have the record player on at night.
Running against all life, what am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate. To the worst candidate. I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room. Dumb people, liberal people.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Dumb people, liberal people.
Should we have done that sooner?
We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it.
Dumb people, liberal people.
Oh, seriously, I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
Hello? Is this thing on? Testing, testing, testing. Hello? 1 second here. Is this on? Is this working? Is this functioning? Is this functional? Is this functional? Is it functioning? Is it functioning as a functional way to function? Oh no. Hello? I'm here. Okay, I'm live. Got some lemon seltzer here. What a world, folks. We are here once again, folks. I'm here. I don't know, you might not be here. You might usually be here, and you might not be here at this moment, so I can't say we. But I am here. And so I'm here once again. We got a show here for all of my... Oh my god, I'm stretching. Oh my god. Oh, that feels so good. Does anyone ever get like a really... Ooh! Oh, goddamn. Like a really good stretch going? Like a fucking... Wow. That was fucking incredible. Folks, you gotta like the goddamn show. You gotta like the stream. Like the goddamn stream. Because if you don't, you're honestly a little bit of a dipshit. And so that's a problem. So, I'm looking at the news here. We've got some news. Got some goddamn news here. Alright, so let's start off with a good story. Well, a story that sounds like it might be good. Let's check this out. I did it for my dog. Daytona Beach man protecting Dachshunds during bear attack speaks out. A bear bounded onto Walt Hickok's Daytona Beach doorstep Wednesday. Hickok's, great name by the way, Hickok's said he let his 3 Dachshunds out of the house. They are named Pickles, Pepper, and Piper. Their job, Hickok said, was to scare off some cats. Apparently it wasn't a cat and that they were after, because they went, all right, that side is clear. Then when the bear came out, that's when the bear came out. The bear charged onto the porch, and Hickox swore and locked eyes with his Dachshund, Pickles. Folks, this story is amazing. I just wanted to deflect the tension off the dog long enough for him to realize, hey, there's a human in here too, Hickox said. No flight, Hickox plunged straight into a fight to get the bear's attention on him. I clapped and I was screaming, Hickox said. I swear there was a fraction of time where the bear sat up and kicked his head to the side like, what are you screaming about? This is some great storytelling. I love this. The bear backed off. Hickox never did. When I had time to sit and stare, it all hit me, and I started bawling. I couldn't believe how close to death I was, and I did it for my dog, Hickox said. He said he did it because he loves Pickles, Pepper, and Piper. And because of Hickox, they'll be around for a while longer to love him back. I don't have any kids, and my wife's kids are gone. We got together in 2006. We got them shortly after, and that was our family. Hickox said, Florida fish, blah, blah, blah. So shout outs to Pickles, Pickles the dog. And is this a video of the incident? Check this out.
Now, this family lives out in a wooded area, so they expect to see animals, but this one got way too close.
I can't get my bear!
Danger literally bolted onto Walt Hickox's Daytona Beach doorstep. Walt let his 3 dachshunds out of the house, Pickle, Pepper, and Piper. Their job? To scare off some cats.
Look at
Apparently
the
it wasn't
doggies.
the cat that they were after, because they went, all right, that side's clear. When they came down here, that's when the bear came out.
And onto the porch to lock eyes with Pickles, and Pickles only.
I just wanted to deflect the attention off of the dog for a long enough time.
It. That's Pickles, Piper, and Pepper, folks. Look at those goddamn doggies. So shout outs to Hickox, a true American hero. Whew. Folks, so we've got a show here. I am once again reporting live from inside the bunker. I am inside the Fair of a Day cage. I am trapped. Well, I trapped myself in the bunker to escape from the YouTube cyber ninjas. I would like to remind everyone that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. He lost epic style. He lost bigly. And Joe Biden won the 2020 election. Because if you don't say that in every single video you ever produce, then you get a strike. So I'm just like, I'm scrolling through the news here, folks. Scrolling through the news. News. We got Bob Carmody in the chat room. We've got Sinquil in the goddamn chat room. We got Tyler Hackner in the goddamn. Folks, this isn't a request. This is an announcement. You have to retweet this goddamn. If you don't retweet, all hell will break loose. So
retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet.
So you got to retweet it. I don't make the rules. I don't. I won't make the rules. I refuse to make the rules because I'm an anarchist and we don't make rules.
We are following.
Whoa. Folks, I have some breaking news here, and that is, I have to say, officer down! So we have a Harris County 5 deputy shot, killed during traffic stop. Let's watch.
Following breaking news out of Southwest Houston, a Precinct 5 deputy corporal shot and killed this morning in the line of duty.
We better get intentional. Damn intentional.
I don't care.
Criminals to be held accountable.
Okay.
Galloway. He was 47 years old. And over this investigation, we're told Corporal Galloway was conducting that traffic stop when he was gunned down, shot multiple times. Take a listen to what authorities say happened.
It was a white.
I don't care.
He's behind a daughter.
So anyway, he's dead. Officer down, folks. Now, one thing that's interesting about this is that another headline I saw on CNN was very epic. So I want to read this headline. A Houston area deputy who trained and mentored others was killed during a traffic stop. So that's the thing that really I saw this one. And again, we're waiting for body camera footage to come out. For all we know, this officer probably was trying to kill someone at a traffic stop. As we know, cops often kill people at traffic stops. So until the body camera footage comes out, it's safe to assume that the police officer was the assailant. Because, again, most of the time police officers are the assailants, right? So it's safe to assume probability. I'm a gambler. I know about probability. I play cards. I play, you know, like I flip coins. I'm a gambler. So I know a lot about probability. And when you're dealing with police, the probability says they were probably the assailant. So we're waiting for the body camera footage to come out. That being said here, the title here is interesting. A Houston area deputy who trained and mentored others was killed during a traffic stop. What does that mean? He trained and mentored others. Now, again, I could read the article, but I'm not going to because I don't care. It's propaganda garbage, right? But again, trained and mentored others in what? In being police officers? Because that's not a good thing. Like, if I'm training someone how to be a racist piece of shit, I trained them. Does that so when oh yes, I'm training others. That doesn't mean anything. If you're training or mentoring anyone on being a cop, chances are, and a Houston cop at that, you know, chances are you're not that good of a person. You're probably a bad person. And so again, I would like to conclude this segment by saying officer down. Now again, we're waiting for body camera footage, hopefully, to come out to exonerate the victim in this instance. That was the person who almost got killed by a killer cop at a traffic stop. I hope that they are okay, and I hope you know, that they're doing that they're doing fine. But again, officer down, folks. That's all we know. All right, so that's that. We got officer down out of the way, folks. Isn't that great? But wait, there's more. So, yesterday I recorded a segment, an officer down segment, in regards to the city of New York City. 2 New York Police Department officers were shot. One was killed. And so this is an interesting article here. This is from Fox News here. So one of the things that you find when it comes to politicians, especially defund the police supporters. Now, I consider myself an abolish the police kind of a person. That's just me. But Fox News has a juicy hypocrisy article here. So I want to actually take a moment to read this. And I want to say where I land on this one. So, defund police backers sing a different tune after rookie cop is slain. So here they list out a bunch of people, politicians in the New York area that have previously came out and supported the defund the police movement, and then their quotations in regards to the slain officer. So this is someone who's saying, by just saying we're hiring additional police officers, I think it's sending the wrong message. It was 2 years ago. These men answered a plea for help, both risked and one lost their life, all while trying to protect another, blah, blah, blah. So another person said, New Yorkers have lost faith in law enforcement. All of New York State is mourning tonight. We pray for safety. Now, again, I understand why someone who is a politician would feel the need that they have to make a statement when it comes to a cop dying. Personally, I'm not a politician. I'm a YouTube bitch, right? So I just want to say, this is one of the reasons why I do officer down videos, because not everyone is in a position where they're able to do this kind of content. Me personally, fuck cops. I don't like them. I think all cops are bastards, no exceptions. So if a cop dies, I'm not going to say that I'm going to celebrate their death. But officer down, motherfucker. You're not going to hypocrisy shame me, because when the cops die, I make a video about it. I laugh about it. So here's another person. Our streets have been over-policed and black and brown Americans over-criminalized. RIP, Officer Jason Rivera. Your service will not be forgotten. As New Yorkers, we need to come together as one. Oh, yes. NYPD is still the biggest gang in New York City. That is true. That's a great statement. I am saddened. The loss of one is a loss to the whole. Like, I don't give a shit about the rest of this. But again, you're not going to hypocrisy shame me. It's just not going to happen. Officer down means officer down. 40% of cops beat their spouses, and 80% of cops voted for Trump. So get the fuck rid of them. That's all I have to say. But again, whenever a cop dies, puts people in an awkward position, I say fuck that. I say fuck that. If a cop dies, all right, like nothing of value was lost. That's the way I see it. All right. Environmental Coffee House posting some hot takes. This country no country on the planet will abolish the police. It's human nature, brute force for no apparent reason. Now, one of the things about my politics is, like, my political goals, I don't necessarily assume are achievable right now. I don't think it's possible for any country, especially this country, to completely abolish law enforcement overnight. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it would take multiple decades of stringent work to get to that point. But that doesn't mean I can't say fuck cops now. Whew, I'm stretching once again. Folks, I've been consuming a very good chunk of legal weed. That's right, officers. Legal weed. Check this out. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? And that's legal. Like, I could just do that, and, like, I'm not going to get my door busted down. That's crazy how that shit works. Wow. Motherfucker. Legal weed, folks. That's insane. It's crazy how that shit happens. So I want to talk about cops. Once again. Because fuck them. So here is President of those United States, as well as these United States, as well as all the United States. The winner of the 2020 presidential election, Joe Biden, went on a little bit of made some statements in regards to policing. Let's watch.
Funding proven programs to help fight violent crime. We shouldn't be cutting funding for police departments. I propose increasing funding. Look, we
are following
ask
breaking
cops to
news
do
out of
everything.
Southwest Houston. A Precinct 5 deputy corporal
fuck
shot
off.
and killed.
Another tab started playing audio. All right.
Increasing funding. Look, we ask cops to do everything, including be psychologists and social workers. Guess what?
No, actually, no one asks cops to be a psychologist or a social worker. People are recommending that instead of sending cops to everything, how about you send psychologists and social workers? Now, again, Joe Biden here is garbage. I want to play this again because it's very key. Joe Biden thinks, like, this is how he doesn't understand the defund the police movement. He doesn't understand people who criticize the police in this country at all. And you can tell that based on this. Right, now again, listen to this. Listen to how he misinterprets the facts here.
Funding. Look, we ask cops to do everything, including be psychologists and social workers. Guess what? They need psychologists and social workers.
No, what they need is a goddamn jail cell, because most cops, if not all cops, by the fundamental nature of being cops, have violated people's civil liberties and, really, let's be honest, the Constitution. Arresting someone for having a weed in their pocket, like something that grows through a crack in a sidewalk, arresting someone and putting them in a steel cage over that, that's a violation of cruel and unusual punishment. That's a violation of the Constitution. Now, again, no one says a cop needs to be a qualified psychologist. I would say, maybe, all right, this is my compromise position, folks. I'm coming out here. All right, we've got a cop SWAT team, okay? And let's say if they're needed, you call them up, right? But let's say you don't even send cops to anything else. Let's say if someone calls somewhere, there's a situation going on, a psychologist or a social worker is sent out by default. If you need the big guys with the guns, they're chilling somewhere playing pool in the backyard. But how about we stop, I don't know, sending these fucking thug, Trump-supporting white supremacists with guns to do everything all the time. Traffic stops, for example. Do you need someone with a gun at a traffic stop? Do you need someone with a gun patrolling black and brown neighborhoods? Do you need someone with a gun fucking, like, patrolling the subway? No, you don't, because they're fucking unnecessary, especially when 80% of them voted for Donald Trump, by the way. Now, again, folks, now I don't even believe that we should have SWAT teams. I personally believe that none of that should exist. But again, no one is saying cops need to have, like, multiple qualifications. We're saying at the bare minimum, send psychologists and social workers with the cops instead of having this cop buddy relationship like in those fucking movies and like, I'm your buddy, look at that, I'm a cop, right? How about, cop cars have 4 seats. How about you have a psychologist, a social worker, and a cop all in one, and it's like, checks and balances in real time. How about that? Maybe that would improve law enforcement. I don't know. But again, the reason why I wanted to show this clip here is because it provides a fundamental misunderstanding of what the criticism of police even is in this country. He literally does not get it. He has no idea what the criticism is. He literally thinks that people want cops with guns to be qualified social workers at the same time. That's not what anyone wants. Now, again, this is also important to understand that this is Biden's police funding. This is what his request for the police hiring program is in relation to previous presidents and previous years. So we can see Trump improved and increased on Obama's, very slightly, but then, slowly but surely, probably not as much as inflation would probably balance that. But then Biden decides, we're going to triple police funding, just a quick triple, see how that goes. And he's still going out there advocating for increased funding to police. Again, this guy is the Looney Tunes, and he has no idea what the criticism even is. He fucking abused and manipulated the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020 to get elected, and now he's spitting all over everyone who had any criticisms of police because he doesn't even fucking know what the fuck the criticisms are. Now, again, folks, I'm going to play a clip here. This one I use in my sound drops sometimes. But this is a clip. Now, this was really shortly after the 2020 election. So this was after Joe Biden won the election. This is him talking to movement leaders with regards to Black Lives Matter and defund the police. This is a little clip I like to use because it's funny. But also, this is him talking to movement leaders in regards to police programs before the inauguration and after winning the election.
I've got to go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I'm the only person who's ever run on 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the election, and I never ceased from it. One was on restoring the soul of this country because...
Now, this is, again, the context here is black people asked him, can you stop having cops shoot and kill us? And this is his response to that. Like, I mean what I say when I say it. I ran because of Charlottesville. Fuck you, basically. So again, I need y'all to understand Joe Biden is not your friend. He's not your ally. He is the enemy. He's a president of the United States, which means by default, he is the enemy. And he's also not that good of a president as well. So again, you got to criticize him. That said, he did win the 2020 election. I have to remind everyone, because if I don't, YouTube will ban me. He did win the 2020 election. Trump lost. Trump is a worse president. You can agree that Trump is worse than Joe Biden. That said, Joe Biden still pretty fucking bad. Okay, so I know, look, there's a lot of people who can't comprehend those kind of things, but got to throw them out there. So fuck them. When was this speech? When was which speech? The one that's new? Because this was like a couple days ago. The I mean when I say it, though, that was like, I want to say, like November or December 2020. Ooh. Just looking at the goddamn. There's a solar storm approaching Earth right now.
We are following breaking news out of Southwest.
I don't know why that tab is like deciding to just turn on. Someone can be bad, but then someone else can be even worse. That's correct. That's true. It's true. I'm just reading the goddamn news, seeing what's worth talking about. Don't look up. I'm looking. There's nothing up there, folks. Y'all have lost it. God damn. All right. Folks, there's a list of people, a very long list of people, that the world would probably just, let's be honest, if they died tomorrow, the world would be better off. Well, they don't have to die. They could just go somewhere else. They can dig a giant hole and live underground. That's fine. But if they were just like, you know, beamed out of society, the rest of us would have a lot better of a time on this fucking piece of shit planet. Now, one of those people on the list is Kyrsten Sinema, and she was just censured by the Arizona Democratic Party. So let's read. The Arizona Democratic Party has voted to formally censure Senator Kyrsten Sinema as a result of her failure to do whatever it takes to ensure the health of our democracy. The party said Saturday the announcement came just days after Sinema opposed a change to the Senate rules that could have moved the Democratic-backed voting rights legislation forward. Now, again, this is one of the things that I think that should have been done a long, long time ago. When she did the whole, like, fucking stupid fucking thumbs down to the minimum wage, get rid of her then and there. Don't wait around because she's just going to fuck up and we've got a limited amount of time here, right? The Democrats will probably lose the midterms at this rate, so we've got a limited amount of time to actually do anything. And the Democrats waiting this long to actually put their foot down, honestly, I think it's running out the clock. But either way, she got censured. This is something that Republicans do all the time. Like when Liz Cheney said, hey, by the way, I think Donald Trump lost the election. She got censured for that. Donald Trump lost the election. Joe Biden won the election. But if you just acknowledge the sky is blue, if you just acknowledge that, then you get censured by the Republican Party. Now, again, they will do that anytime, any place. I think the Democrats should do that as well, especially with these two fake Democrats. They're also known as Republicans. Now, you could probably apply that to the president and most Democrats as well. But these two especially, they're not even fucking going in line with the party. So what the fuck are they even members of the party? Or are they just fucking cringe lords? Like, do they not look outside? Wait, just kidding. They know what's going on. They're just corrupt. They've been bribed because of the fucking donations that they get in their political system, right? They just get millions and millions of dollar donations, and then they just change their votes, right? It's just, just totally not bribery, by the way. It's not corruption at all. But anyway, let's keep reading. I want to be clear, the Arizona Democratic Party is a diverse coalition with plenty of room for policy disagreements. However, on the matter of the filibuster and the urgency to protect voting rights, we have been crystal clear. Arizona Democratic Party chairperson Raquel Terán said in a statement, in the choice between an archaic legislative norm and protecting Arizonians' right to vote, we chose the latter, and we always will. So, there you go. Sinema is owned, epic style, but guess what? This is what she has to say. During 3 terms in the U.S. House and now in the Senate, Kyrsten has always promised Arizona she would be an independent voice for the state. That doesn't mean anything. Go fuck yourself. She is garbage. Everyone already knows that. But, everyone needs to call her garbage. Joe Biden needs to go on television, call her garbage, tell her that she's fucking shit on his shoes. Say that you're going to fucking, spit on her fucking niece's fucking dog or something. I don't know. You're fucking the president of the United States. Do something. She's terrible. But again, so is Joe Manchin. So is Joe Biden. They're all garbage and they're playing a fucking game with your life and they think it's funny. So, censure her. I think there's another step after that, which is just expel her from the party. I think it's I don't know. I think there's a step in between. But either way, she should be expelled from the party. She wants to be an independent voice. Okay, be an independent voice. Be a fucking independent. You don't want to follow and pass Democratic legislation. I got news for you. you could just not be a Democrat. It's that simple. But Bernie Sanders is an independent. So it's not like it's never Angus King is an independent. So it's not like you'd be alone. Just be an independent. If you don't, how is it that the fucking 2 independents in Congress are more in line with the Democratic Party than 2 Democrats? How does that make any fucking sense? And then you got these stupid ass fucking bitch morons in the primary. They were like, Bernie Sanders is not a real Democrat. Go fuck yourself with that garbage, you dumb motherfucker. But anyway, so there you go. She's a goddamn fucking steaming pile of garbage. She is not even just garbage. She's garbage. Because she's a bitch. And she's garbage. Here, get some lemon seltzer, folks. Whew. How's everyone doing, folks? I am just checking the news here. Checking the goddamn news. Does anyone know about the news? I feel frustrated. Why are you frustrated? What happened? Censured means basically the party formally condemns you. Like the party thinks you're a bad person is what that means. AKA it doesn't really mean it doesn't really mean anything, but you know, whatever. Is coffee fiber? Coffee grounds might be fiber. You want to cause trouble. Oof. Damn, I hear that. God damn, folks. Is a packet of Doritos fiber? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Don't know about that. Slain NYPD officer told students at his high school to stay strong. Yeah, they're doing like a full, like they're really trying to milk this propaganda garbage with this I love the word slain, by the way. Like, yes, this New York Police Department officer was slain. Like, that's so good. I'm doing trauma with a union next week, going after landlords. You're doing trauma? Training. That's a much more... There you go. Oh my god, Hugo's trying to educate the chat on fiber. I'm pretty sure this chat room knows about fiber. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 folks. Is this possible? Is this possible? Folks! Officer fucking down. Look at this. Texas Department of Public Safety officer dies in border incident. Look at this guy. He's dead. Officer fucking down, folks. A Texas Department of Public Safety officer has died after a tragic accident occurred while conducting tactical operations. Do these words have any meanings? Okay, so there was a tragic accident. That doesn't mean anything. While they were conducting tactical operations. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, did a gun go off? Like, I don't understand. Near the United States and Mexico border on Friday, according to a press release, Texas Department of Public Safety Special Agent Anthony Salas, 37, was involved in a tragic accident near Eagle Pass. Again, still no information, and passed away on Saturday. Salas was part of the Texas Department of Public Safety Special Operations Group. Special Operations, what does that mean? Which was working with U.S. Border Patrol when the incident occurred. What incident? We just still don't know anything about it. The press release states that Salas was transported to Fort. Who cares? Salas passed away. Who cares? So what happened? Before his time with the Texas, he was a United States Marine Corps. I don't care. What happened? They were doing tactical operations, and now a cop is dead? I want answers, motherfucker. I want fucking answers. How did the goddamn boy in blue die all of a sudden during tactical operations? What we need is a full investigation on this one, because I'm very curious. And, what the Texas is mourning for the lost officer right now. We only want to get to the bottom of it because I'm curious for reasons that I am very sincere about. It's 2 and goddamn 1. Officer fucking down. Have I played Bomberman? Nope. Fucking Hugo. Holy shit. Goddamn. Folks, have you ordered your fucking masks from the goddamn government if you're a U.S. citizen yet? Go ahead and do that. Even if you don't feel like you need them, even just do it anyway because the government guaranteed them to everyone. And, come on now. Let's do it. So, go ahead and do that shit. I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well pretty soon. Folks, do you like this show? Well, first of all, I would schedule an appointment with your nearest therapist if the answer was yes. But before you go see your therapist, have you considered giving me money? That's right. For the low price of whatever you want, you can just send money directly to me. You can do so on Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, or with a super chat if you really need to. But I would prefer the first 3. So, folks, I'm going to need it. I don't know. I need money. Otherwise, I will die. I will literally cease to exist if I don't have money. So, if you like me, it's an option. And if you don't like me too, let me know. Give me some money as well so that you can keep having something to dislike. Because we all know that that's in short supply these days. But there you go. Folks, it has been snowing across the country. That is right. In the United States of America, snow is falling. Seeing that all over the country in a lot of the news articles. North Carolina has snow as well, apparently, which is pretty interesting. I think I did your Patreon all at once. I asked for help with my channel. You are worth a donation. Yay. That's right, folks. If you donate to the Environmental Coffee House, that money is getting siphoned right off into Above It All Industries. Don't know what to tell you. There's some goddams. Folks, I'm going to try out some legal weed. I didn't watch any movies yesterday, so I got no movie review for today, but I'm going to do some legal weed here. Goddamn legal weed. Don't you love legal weed, folks? Folks, I'm going to be doing some show upgrades, like just in general. So I'm just, give me like a couple weeks or so. I've been saying this for a little bit, but I'm going to be probably by February or March. March at the latest, really. So sometime throughout February, if not, February 1st. I'm going to be doing a lot of updates on the show and other shows. I'm going to be adding and installing new shows and segments to the show and all their other kinds of shows. And so I'm just throwing that out there. So right now we're just kind of winging it until I can get to that point. So just throwing that out there. Just throwing it the goddamn out there. All right, this is an easy one I can riff on. Folks, majority in new poll say the U.S. headed in the wrong direction. I've got like some coffee stain on my lip. You see that? It's gone now. All right, let's watch. A majority of American adults say the U.S. is heading in the wrong direction in the latest NBC News poll, which many of the nation's top politicians and parties becoming unpopular only 10 months away from midterms. The new NBC News poll found that 72% of the U.S. adults say the nation is heading in the wrong direction. Like, again, majority in new poll, like, they make it sound like it's 51% for the first time, but no, it's 72%, actually. Only 1 point higher than the October poll. The number marks the 6th time that 70% or more people have said the nation is on the wrong track. This isn't a majority. This is a goddamn super majority. This is like almost like about 3 in 4 people say the U.S. is heading in the wrong direction. Now, again, folks, I've been saying this since I was a kid because this country has always been heading in the wrong direction my entire lifetime. And let's just, that doesn't mean it was great in the 1990s. Culture maybe was a little bit superior, but, most things were pretty horrible still. But it's been heading in the wrong direction my entire life, probably your entire life as well. Let's be honest here. Among the more unpopular politicians were President Biden and Rep. Liz Cheney and Vice President Harris. That's amazing. That's incredible. 61% of respondents said their family's income is falling behind the cost of living. When it comes to political polarization in the nation, 70% agree with the statement that the U.S. has become so polarized that it cannot solve the major issues facing the country and that division will only grow. That's pretty incredible. In contrast with the same question asked in 2010, 50% answered. So it's 50 versus 70. That's incredible. It's incredible that it's only 70, by the way. Like, the 30% of the Americans are like, this country's doing a pretty good job. We're going to be stronger together. Like, I want to talk to those 30%. Like, what fuck motherfuck land are they living in, goddamn? As for the state of democracy, a massive majority said that there is a threat in this country. The poll found that 76% of respondents said there is a threat to democracy, including 7 out of 10 Democrats and Republicans and Independents. Now, again, though that question is very interesting because Republicans would say that because they think that the election was stolen. They're wrong. Joe Biden is the winner of the 2020 election. Republicans who believe that Donald Trump is the winner are stupid. They are wrong. Joe Biden won the 2020 election. There were no glitches or anything at all. The election was fine. Stop crying about it. So again, but they would be saying that they would be answering yes, but for different reasons. So, I mean, the way that those questions are worded is very interesting. Again, this country's fallen the fuck apart, folks. I don't know what to tell you. The country's fallen the fuck apart. 45% of this country pray every day. They're fucking crazy. 95% of Americans do not eat vegetables. 95%. Look it up. 95% America fiber. Look it up. 95% of Americans do not eat vegetables. They just don't know how. They feel that there's no need. this country is garbage. It's shit on my shoes. And I'm glad that 70% can understand that the country's going in the wrong direction. But I'm genuinely, I would love to talk to the 30% who think that the country is going in the right direction. Like, what the fuck are you on? Because I'm on every drug I can imagine, and I still know that the country is going to shit. So you must be on either some really powerful drugs, or you're in, like, some sensory deprivation chamber, and you've been there since, like, I don't know, since 1956 or something. I don't fucking know. What the fuck? Have you, like, ever read the news, or have you ever left the goddamn house? The country's garbage. Anyone who says, yes, the country's going in the right direction is a fucking dipshit. But anyway, there you go. That's it. That's the news. There's a poll. They did a poll, folks. I considered leaving America. I have considered leaving America. Oh, fuck me. Really good fucking stretches in here. All right, folks. Look for some goddamn news. Look at that coffee. I'm out of fucking... Got a goddamn ground in my throat. I got a goddamn ground in my throat, motherfucker. Oh. Oh, God. I got a fucking ground in my throat. Oh, God. Oh. I got a goddamn ground in my throat. This seems like it might be a fun article. Okay, let's read. This is from BGR.com. 5 popular grocery shortages that are making shoppers so angry right now. So let's read. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, up to and including the present day, shoppers have encountered, we already know that, so let's just read. This is apparently like a list. Top 5 things that shoppers are mad about. So let's read. Customers from the U.S. responded as and they pointed to shortages of cat food. The pet food shortage is real. I don't know why it says cat food instead of just pet food in general. I have noticed that. So that one I'll give a pass. Cream cheese. You don't need cream cheese. I'm sorry. If you're crying about cream cheese, you're a loser. Dried pasta. Now this one I've noticed. Whenever I've gone to the grocery store, I've noticed the whole wheat vegetable pasta is always in stock, and it's always the enriched wheat flour pasta that might have any shortages. So the problem is not that there's a lack of dried pasta. The problem is that Americans are fucking stupid and they don't want to eat healthy varieties. So I'm just saying there's plenty of pasta. Just eat the fucking whole grain shit, you fucking crybaby, and shut the fuck up. Refrigerated cinnamon rolls. The fact that this is on the list, like, not top 5 things that Americans are struggling, right? Like pet food, that's fine. That's whatever. That's a free pass. That's like the free space and bingo. But refrigerated cinnamon rolls. What will America do without the goddamn fucking refrigerated cinnamon rolls? Are you joking? That's ridiculous. Cold remedies, including products like Dayquil and NyQuil. That's nothing. That's not even food. But okay. But Jesus Christ, this article goes on to just give some other stuff. But here, this was the reason why I clicked on this article. Is this list and cream cheese and refrigerated cinnamon rolls? What the fuck? Like, so only 3 of these 5 items are even human food, right? And then 2 of the 3, like, on that list are literal candies, like they're snacks, like they're like what the fuck. And then 1 of them is like, you know, I guarantee you there's plenty of whole grain pasta and vegetable pasta available. But goddamn, Americans are in bad shape. Now again, folks, 95% of Americans don't eat vegetables. 95%, look it up. So again, it's not like Americans are like, oh, I can't get my corn and my beans and my, like, no, there's plenty of corn, there's plenty of beans. What they can't get is the corn syrup. What they can't get is the fucking cinnamon goddamn rolls. Like, are you fucking joking? And cream cheese, like cream fucking cheese. Like, I mean, god damn it, America. What the hell is wrong with you people? There's a Max dog just roaming around. It's a goddamn Max dog. Maxie! Max! Let me get him on the show. Maxie Max! Maxie! Maxie, up! Come on, puppy. Ugh. Come on, Maxie. Can you see him? Can you see this dog? Oh my god. I'm petting this doggy right now. Oh my god. Hello. All right. Good doggy. All right, folks, that about wraps up the show for today. How's everyone doing, folks? Like, what is the goddamn for today? Like, how are we hanging? Are we hanging? What's the hang, folks? No cream cheese. I'm tired. It goddamned early for a Sunday morning. Okay, folks, maybe I'll do another one of those Google forms with this. But so I asked yesterday on my show if noon, 12 p.m. is good for Saturday. I want to change it back to 10 a.m. on Saturday. But then I got people that said that I should do noon on both Saturday and Sunday. So should I do 10 on the weekdays and noon on the weekends? Should I make it 10 every day just for consistency? Like, because me personally, I'm a 7-day person. I don't believe in the 5-day, 2-day dichotomy or the 4-day, 3-day. Some people, God bless those people. So for me, I would prefer 10 a.m. every day. That's my preference. But if people do prefer 12 for the weekend, I can do that, and then we can run that as an experiment. But maybe I'll do like a Google form and have like voting for like the rest of the week. Like I could do like Monday through Friday, we vote. I'll have to set up a Google form tomorrow. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you vote, and then Saturday, whatever wins the vote, I'll do the time on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I know some people on the West Coast are definitely struggling for sure. All right, y'all. So that'll be the show for today. That's it. So thank you all for watching. Now, again, Now, you might not know this. This is something that it's a little known fact. It's a little known fact. But it is, in fact, possible to give me money, and I'm about to post those links in the chat, so click those. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 days a week. That is not going to be happening. Not going to do 7 p.m. It's possible I would do every once in a while a more evening-centered program, but above it all will always be a morning program. That's just how it's going to be, at least in this iteration. It's like if I were to do an evening show, it would probably be a video games like thing. I'd probably be playing a video game. So there you go. But okay, so folks, that's the show. That's it. That's all I got. If you enjoyed the program, I appreciate that. If you didn't, then that's okay too. It's not really, but you know, we'll deal with it. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 10 a.m. So, I'm learning how to be poor and it sucks. I agree with you. It does suck. That being said, I am turning the stream off. So.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Should we have done that sooner?
We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it.
So, Brandon, I agree.
That isn't what it meant.
Well, what did it mean next?
It meant that it's indicative of low-resolution thinking.
So notice something. I defended him on his bad joke because I have standards and I have principles.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
At the same time, the vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right? They're coming all over the place. Coming all over. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. Running against this my whole life. What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate. Say, I lost to the worst candidate. I lost to the worst candidate. I lost to the good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country.